everyone, this is Tracey Siciliano with the House to Home team at Hunt Real Estate. And today we are here at our flip house and we have to introduce you to this gentleman. This is our right-hand man. Doesn't necessarily want to be on camera right now, but I'm forcing him to. This is Eric, and you're going to be seeing Eric a lot. What we're doing today is we're basically going to do a walkthrough of the house with Eric. We've already done our first walkthrough, but this is our second walkthrough. We're closing next week, and we just want to kind of get a little order of how we're going to approach this project. So that's what this is all about today. So we'll see you in a minute. All right, so we're here in the kitchen with Eric, and I guess let's kind of just talk about the game plan. So what were we talking about with ceilings?
Well, what we talked about originally was we're taking these drop ceilings down.
Of course.
It's just not the greatest. I mean, sometimes you can use a nice drop ceiling, but here we want a little bit more headspace. So we didn't look at these yet. I'm thinking we pop this. Which way are you going? No, it's caught on the wire. You edit this, right, Jay? Oh well. There we go. I'm gonna own the house in a couple days anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Whoopsie. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, we probably just have to recess that box. So we have a good, what, 7 inches or so?
Yeah, you got at least 7 inches.
7 inches to go up, so this drop ceiling will come down.
Yeah, you see what's up there is basically.
And if we have to, we'll just replace the drywall, or go over the drywall, or just finish what's up there, depending on what we find when we pull the rest of the drop ceiling.
Right.
But that's going to give you at least 7 inches more ceiling height, which is going to open up this kitchen and make it feel a lot bigger than it really does.
Actually, the sheetrock's in pretty good shape up there. I don't really see anything that would make us not be able to do that.
Like, can you actually take this existing sheetrock and tape it and spackle it?
Yes, that's my hope and aspiration, but again, until we get everything pulled down, I don't want to say yes.
Okay.
Because I do see some water stains on the tiles, so I don't know what the drywall looks like above it.
Yeah, we're going to have to replace some of it, but for the most part it looks pretty good.
Okay,
so
awesome.
That's good. That'll save us a little money there, because we budgeted to put a whole new sheetrock ceiling on there, I think, didn't we?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
I like the light fixture though. What do you think, honey? Should we save
Oh,
this?
it's 70s called again.
All right, so we talked about what we're going to do in the kitchen. We're ripping all the cabinets out, pretty much gutting this, saving what we can as far as sheetrock's concerned. We did design the kitchen already. We're going to do a nice shaker style.
White kitchen, baby.
White kitchen.
Yes.
So basically, we're going to rip these cabinets out. We're going to get rid of everything, get the ceiling up high. Pretty straightforward here.
Stainless appliances. We're getting rid of all these appliances.
Once we get the additional height in the ceiling, are we raising the cabinets up to the ceiling height? Or are we doing some sort of crown molding, or what are your...
We're probably going to do some kind of molding on the top of the cabinet.
Okay.
I'm thinking something like that. A crown molding on the cabinet. Is that what you're talking about, or on the ceiling?
Yeah.
Something along those lines. I had to get the measurement of the
excuse me.
of the walls, the ceiling height first before we could do that.
We're going to do a nice backsplash here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, really nice backsplash. We're going to do
the wow
granite
factor.
or quartz, granite or quartz countertop.
What's the name of that place?
Stone Central.
Stone Central. So we're actually going to go and pick out a piece of beautiful granite or quartz. I mean, this is going to be an amazing kitchen.
Tile floor.
Yep.
Yep,
We'll do tile floor in here.
Yep.
Okay.
And this we're going to repurpose at another house.
We are.
Fridge.
Awesome. So, yeah, the fridge is in good shape.
Yeah, it's in great shape.
Okay.
All right, cool.
We have a plan for here.
Move on.
All right. All right, so one thing we see in this house, Eric, is there is a ton of wallpaper. From what I understand, there are some amazing products. I mean, obviously, when you have a piece of wallpaper like this is not the fun part, but you have to take this off and,
Correct. So whenever you have wallpaper like this, the only thing we can do is pull it, and then we'll fix the walls, whether it be just compound or re-drywall it, whatever it takes. The rest of this room, for example, the wallpaper is really nice and adhered to the surface so far. There's a product out on the market now called Guards. What that does is it actually seals the wallpaper to the wall.
That's amazing.
So instead of trying to peel this all off and taking days and days and making a huge mess, we actually seal the wallpaper to the wall, and then that allows us to come through, compound any of the seams, and then we can paint over that and it looks like a finished wall. Huge time savings.
Oh, totally.
Compared to ripping and then having to skin coat the entire wall to fix all that.
That's a game changer.
Oh my God, do you know how many people would go bananas knowing that there's something like that out there? That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really not advertised a lot, but it's fantastic stuff.
Okay.
That's relatively new.
Well, I don't know how long it's been around, but I mean, it's
Relatively discovered by you.
correct. Let's put it this way, Lowe's and Home Depot don't carry it. The only place that actually carries it is our little local Manlius True Value.
You're
Oh, really?
kidding me.
Oh, that's awesome. Shout out to Manlius
Thank
True
you.
Value.
Yes.
All
Hashtag Manlius True Value.
right, cool.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, so now we're here in the living room, and the question is, do we keep a drop ceiling, obviously make it a beautiful drop ceiling, or do we take this drop ceiling down and drywall? And from what I'm gathering, Eric, is the answer to that question will be determined once we take the ceiling down,
Right.
correct?
You know, Jimmy's saying that, you know, it looks like there's lath and plaster, this half of the room,
Mm-hmm.
this half is all open. The reality is, until we get this entire ceiling dropped
Mm-hmm.
to see the layout, I can't really give you an answer.
Okay.
So it's really going to be a hurry up and wait kind of situation.
Okay.
We'll pull it, and then obviously a drywall ceiling is going to look a lot more modern and,
Yes.
and much
Less
nicer.
less like a rental.
Exactly.
Drop
Right.
ceilings are really
Yeah,
good for rentals.
yeah.
So I think we're on the same page that we would prefer
Definitely.
drywall. If we can't do that, then obviously we'll talk about it. But
Okay.
Go from there.
I mean,
there.
you can see there are pipes here. I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a job to. It's a little bit blurry, but I think big improvement over.
I don't know. I kind of like the smoke stained. Actually,
No, it's not
is this
smoke
stained, or is this the actual
No,
color?
no, there is
that's
no
stained.
smoke in this house.
That's smoke stained from the fire. That's
Oh, from the
fire-
fi- right,
the
okay,
Fireplace.
okay.
Yeah,
this is your original color right there.
Yeah.
The white.
Oh, you see the? You can see it. Here, take a look at this, Trace.
Okay.
There's the old plaster and lath.
Oh, look at that.
Come over here. You can see the light fixture right there. An old light fixture.
Where's the old light fixture?
Right there.
Oh, look at that. Can you all see that? Look at that. Oh, ain't that pretty?
Pretty neat.
All right.
Anyway, well, we'll know what happens when we take it
Now,
down.
this, Eric, I thought this was wallpaper on these walls, but this is actually a paneling. And it's kind of nice because I like this thick,
It's wide.
yeah, I like the wide board. So I think this would actually, it's in great shape. Painting over that
Oh,
might
this would
work.
look fantastic. if
I
you
think
guys
so,
decide to paint
too.
over it.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to look nice. It's going to really freshen it up, and it is paneling, so it's solid.
Yeah.
Not going anywhere.
Yeah, I think this paneling will look really nice just because it's so wide. So
You know what I like too is
What?
how wide the floor moldings are and
Yes.
the window moldings. I think it gives
Yes.
character to an older home like this. So clean these up, paint them nice and white, get a nice gray painting here on the walls.
Yep. And the nice thing too is by painting this entire room, we can go around with painter's caulk and really seal everything up nice. So once it's all painted, it's going to give it the nice finished, smooth look.
totally,
Cool.
totally. Okay,
I like how you're thinking.
I do too. All right, so we're back here in the what I call the sitting room area, and the question is what to do, what to do. We've run ideas around. I want to start off by saying I love this door. I think this door is so pretty. It's painted on this side and it's natural on this side. Love. Oh, that's so pretty. All right, so I think what we've ultimately decided to do is, because the paneling, it's not very pretty, but it really is in great shape. We're probably gonna end up painting the paneling, and I think that with the contrasting molding is going to just look gorgeous.
Yeah. Again, we'll stick with the gray theme, white trim, change all the outlets, all new electric, and get them white popping, and redo these floors. I mean,
Famous floors with the plastic.
this is going to be a really cool room.
I love this room.
Like, just coming in here. That sets the tone for the whole house.
I feel like
It's
this is
awesome.
just such a homey little entranceway, and
Yeah, but what I think is the most important aspect of this room is the coat hook right here. All those. So you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 people over. You can hang coats. We might take those down, Eric. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, we do have a coat closet literally right there. So, all right, and then
stairs.
The stairs. So, Eric, I like the look of the white stairs, but probably not the most practical thing, just because they get dirty. But Jim, we're thinking, like, do we sand maybe the top of the stairs and then do the were they the kick
plates.
Kick plates? Do
Keep
them
the kick
white.
plates white, and then maybe finish the top of the stairs. I guess we won't know what they look like until we take the paint off, right? Or
My suggestion, honestly, would be carpet on.
oh, okay.
It's going to be cost effective. It's going to be quick, painless, and
What if I don't
easy.
want a carpet?
Okay, if you don't want a carpet, we'll have to talk about the budget. To sand this paint off
Love you, Eric.
is going to be very
Okay.
time consuming.
Okay, that was my question.
and then it's a question of once we sand it, what
do we see underneath?
Yeah, it might not be worth it if we get through all that.
Okay, well, what about this? What about if we do keep them white, and then I wouldn't mind like carpet, like the little carpet treads, like something really pretty, like something like that.
You could, you know, I'm just looking from a cost standpoint to mess around with these stairs. I don't know if it's really going to result in a bigger, from a real estate perspective, more money in your pockets.
Yeah, you're probably better off dollar for dollar just carpeting it and calling it a day.
Well,
The bedrooms are probably going to be carpeted.
Okay, because I always have to play devil's advocate here. So we're obviously going to have these floors sanded. So could a flooring guy maybe just sand off one of the treads and we see it?
Good. My flooring guy gets $55 a tread.
To sand and finish?
To sand and finish, yeah.
Huh. A lot of stairs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Oh boy. Yeah. Okay, so that's about $700 just to. All right. We have to think about this and look at our budget. Okay.
There you go.
Glad I asked. Thank you. Okay. I think we have our solution. So we're going to be pulling up the carpets upstairs, and assuming that the hardwoods are going to be beautiful, which, judging from that carpet that's probably been there since 1970, I think the hardwood's going to be beautiful. So I think what we're going to end up doing is keeping them white, which I love the white stairs, and then maybe getting a beautiful runner to go up the stairs if we end up keeping the hardwoods, because I can't see carpeting the stairs if the upstairs hardwood.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be the plan, is we're going to keep them white, but then put a gorgeous runner going up the stairs.
Do you want to leave the newel posts and that all blue like that, or do you want to change that?
I think that would be beautiful. No, I'm just kidding. I think white.
Good idea.
It's going to look beautiful.
All right, let's go upstairs.
All right. Okay, so we're in the famous green paneled room, and we're just trying to identify what we're going to do with the ceiling here. We have this right now. So what's the deal with this? And
This is plaster under here.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what
what's the solution for this?
Well, I'm just looking around. You know, there are some other tile issues over here.
Yeah.
So the quickest, easiest solution would be to get some replacement tiles and see if they're going to marry up to these older tiles. If we can get them to marry up, we'll just replace the tiles as needed and paint the entire ceiling, and no one will ever know it's different tiles.
If not,
if the tiles don't marry up, then we'll have to go to Plan B, and that would probably be drywalling the ceiling.
taking this down and putting like a 1/8 inch. What do they have? 1/8 inch sheetrock.
Yep.
Just like
Well, it'd be, you know, there'd probably be 3/8 drywall.
3/8. That's what I meant. I'm sorry, not 8. That's a little small.
I was going to say, that might be a little fragile.
That's why I'm not the contractor, folks.
All right, so we're not really going to know that though until, and that's folks, that's the deal with rehabbing. You really don't know a lot of things until you dig into the house and you start pulling down walls, pulling down ceilings. So you do have to budget for surprises, and we do, and usually it works out.
And when Tracey and I were here last, I talked a little bit about this green paneling. It's in really good shape. It's a shame that it's just out. So I mean, it's just no one wants green paneling.
Come on, who wouldn't want this green paneling?
Again, I'm thinking here we just paint this and make it look beautiful, right?
Yeah, these rooms are going to look fantastic, even though they are paneled. By just updating the colors, they're just going to look marvelous. You know, with a white trim, the gray undertone paint, white ceiling, everything's just going to really pop and look
hopeful
fantastic.
hardwoods, you know.
Yeah.
What do you think about the door? Do you think we can salvage the doors?
These older doors, we're going to do our best to salvage, only because if we can't salvage them, then we're either looking at custom order doors or a lot of work to get a standard size door into these openings. So Plan A is always to keep, and they're in fantastic shape.
They are in great shape.
They're not blown out. You know, I think it's just a question of a little TLC and some finagling and
some really good paint.
Yeah.
All right, so this is going to be the mystery room.
Let's go into the other bedroom while we're filming.
Okay.
What do you think?
This one that we were just
No, the left.
to the left. Okay. All right. It's this room. The blue room. Paneling.
So again, this one, the paneling is in really good shape. Once again, whoever put the paneling up, kudos. So I think the same thing. Paint this. This ceiling's in pretty good shape.
Yep, the ceiling's in great shape. And I think we talked, Jim, that we're actually going to take these old white fixture covers down, and we're actually going to spray the tin with a brushed nickel spray paint, and that'll just give us a nice inexpensive update to what's existing. Because if we try to change fixtures, it's just not going to look well in this setting, you know.
Because these are recessed.
These are recessed up into this
and there's not
tiles.
much room up there.
Correct.
Okay.
Is there, so you wouldn't be putting newer recessed lighting in, that would not work in this type of situation?
Again, it's an unknown, but I
Right.
think just by painting these the brushed nickel, it's going to give it, and changing the glass.
Changing the glass out too.
Right.
Some different type of glass in here.
It's a quick, easy, inexpensive fix for
And
this
it,
problem.
and it probably will look really good. Okay. All right. So, you know, again, you have to find ways in doing a rehab. You have to think about your budget. You have to think about what is worth spending the money on, like the kitchen, like the bathroom. Those are going to be the stars of the show. But if you have things that work in the existing room, you try and make them look as beautiful as possible. And I think that's what we'll try to do. And we won't really know until we get there.
Right.
Okay.
Again, I think this door is in good shape too.
Yeah, I like the doors. I really do.
I'm thrilled with the way these doors
And
are.
obviously we'll take off all these lovely shelves and yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay, back in the pink bathroom. So I guess the first thing we noticed, Eric, was this crazy company thing over here. Yeah. So what can we do to better cover up the wood stove besides this lovely panel, which is not the best solution. I don't
So
think.
this is the pipe for the wood stove. So obviously these people put this here to cover it,
Right.
aesthetically speaking, but the problem with that is this gets hot.
Oh, total fire hazard, right?
It's a danger, really. So we probably have to box this in, right?
That would be my suggestion. We just do a nice little box.
Find out what code it is as far as distance and all that stuff.
Maybe decorate it with a mirror picture or something like that.
Okay.
Just kind of make it part of the bathroom.
Right.
Okay.
Because I agree with Jim. You don't want something flammable like that next to a.
No, why? Yeah, that's crazy.
This should be triple wall pipe, but you never know. And again, it's,
Even back in the day, you think
Yep.
that? Yeah.
Yep.
So triple wall, does it dissipate the heat? So you
Well,
don't-
basically what it does is it's supposed to protect any surface it comes into contact with.
Okay.
So if this, in theory, again, I'm assuming this is triple wall. If this was triple wall pipe, even if the furnace was on, I would be able to grab a hold of this and not burn my hands.
Okay.
But again, you still don't want to play,
No.
No.
take chances.
No,
Yeah.
no.
So we'll just box this out nice.
Okay.
You know, because the plan, as I understand it, is we're completely gutting the bathroom.
Yes,
We-
we've got in this bathroom.
We are so gutting this
Yeah. I
bathroom.
wasn't sure if you were keeping the pink accents.
I don't know. I'm thinking like that. I don't know. Maybe we keep that pink wood. No, I'm joking. I'm totally joking. Yeah. So we're gonna gut this thing.
So we'll gut this right down to stud.
Right down to stud, then we can start from scratch. We'll box it out, and it'll actually protect this because seriously, someone can bump into this
Right.
and
Oh, yeah.
jar it and break the seal.
Break the seal, or they could knock Korea down and create a fire hazard that way.
Right,
You know.
right.
So by boxing this in, it's just a win-win for everything.
Right.
Okay.
And what we'll do here is we'll rip this out. We'll put a nice tub in, a higher tub, like the ones that we've done before. New shower, tile, some really nice tile.
Yep.
I'm thinking of a 48-inch vanity here.
Yep.
That'll go from about here. Is there supposed to be so far from the tub?
Well, we're gonna have to measure out because our tubs are 32 inches wide.
Okay.
The tubs that we use. We'll have to lay it all out, and
Then see.
once we get things gutted,
Okay.
we'll have a better understanding of what we can and can't do.
Okay.
I mean, even a 36-inch vanity would be
Yeah.
great compared to what we
I'm
have
gonna
here.
sneak by
Yep.
for a second.
Yep.
But like I guess like Eric said, we'll figure that out once we gut it down to the studs and figure out what kind of a footprint we have to work with.
I'm excited for this bathroom. It's a nice big bathroom. I mean, it doesn't look like much now, but there's a lot of floor space in here. Love that floor.
Yeah, I just think it's being underutilized the way
Oh,
it's-
totally,
Yeah.
totally. You know, and it's the one bathroom in the house, so it's got to look amazing.
You know what I did notice? There's no vent in here.
I was just looking at that and
Yeah.
wondering.
So what do we do about that, Eric? What do you think?
Again, it's going to be we're gutting it, which is a
Yeah.
benefit. We are on the top floor of the house.
And this is an
so
exterior wall too, so if worst comes to worst, we can do an exterior
Yep.
vent.
we have to get an exhaust vent in here somehow.
Yes.
So it's just a question of we're going to go up through the roof or we're going to go out through the side of the house. But irregardless, there has to be a vent in
Yep.
here. Because the other thing you'll notice here is this ceiling is not very tall.
Right.
So we need a nice, powerful vent here.
Right.
Because all the steam from the shower is going to come right up, and we need something that's going to take it
Right
get it
out.
right out.
Right.
Okay.
Because we don't want to I don't think anyways, we don't want to think about tiling the entire ceiling.
No.
Because I don't think it would look good. And obviously it'd be a significant cost to do that.
Right.
So instead we'll opt for a nice powerful fan that's just going to take whatever steam and moisture that's generated in here and get it outside.
Perfect.
Perfect. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
All right, we have our bathroom-ish. All right, y'all, we're down in that creepy basement again. Not too creepy, but first thing we're gonna do, Jim, is
Wait, look what I'm seeing here.
What's this?
See when this was installed?
Let's see.
1994.
Oh,
So it's 25 years old.
okay, it's time.
It's time. You can hear it. Makes a little funny noise.
It's time.
But if you come back here, we didn't film this the last time. This is the actual walkout to the backyard here.
Oh, you locked. Yeah,
that's right.
yep,
I forgot.
yep. So we have, this is the laundry area. Can you shine that over here? So we got to make this look a lot nicer than it does right now.
Right.
This house does have laundry in the basement, which is very common in the city houses, but it's not looking very pretty right now. So we want to make this nice and welcoming. It's a nice room back here. I never even really looked too far in this room.
It's a nice little storage. We obviously have to clean it up. It's a little spooky. Again, the walls are going to get parged and painted, so it's gonna look nice down here once we're all said and done.
We have some ceiling things to take care of.
You know what, Tracy? We don't have to buy a new washing machine. We have one right here. So what do you think?
Oh, that's great.
And it's manual, so it's a green washing machine.
It's pretty made.
Yeah, it's a green washing machine. Oh, it might even be a dryer too. I don't know. Look at that.
Oh my. All right, let's go meet Eric. Eric is wandering over here. So we need this basement needs a little help.
This basement needs something.
Yeah. But it's got potential, right, Eric?
Wait, come back. Billy beer.
Oh my God.
Billy beer from the 70s. Look at that. There's a whole 6-pack of Billy beer.
Unopened?
Unopened.
Well, I know what we're...
You want to try it?
Want to crack one when we close it?
You first, Jeremy.
All right, so look, the basement.
Let's get Eric's opinion on it. What do you think, Eric? What do we need to do here, buddy?
Filming enough so for orders.
I know, right? How do we get these walls looking better, Eric? What are?
Well, like Jimmy said, we're going to reparge them, which is basically just a quick coating, which is going to give it a much cleaner, smoother appearance, and then we'll be able to paint just by getting the cobwebs and all this extra crap out of here, and getting the walls parched, painted white, getting some functioning lights down here. It's just going to take that creepiness factor away, and it's going to look
more like a functional basement.
Much more like a functional basement that you wouldn't be afraid to come down and put something.
Okay.
Creepiness factor. One thing we do have to do, if you come over here, here's our panel box. Oops. Here's our panel box.
Whoops.
It's a fuse box.
Oh.
Nobody wants fuse boxes. And yes, we did budget for that.
Okay. I was like,
the service coming in is new. I mean, you look at the service, it's a nice new service, but the box is old.
So these are fuses, folks. If you've never seen them, you've probably seen more of the little switches, right? What do you call the
breakers?
Breakers, I mean.
Circuit breakers. Right. So we're going to replace this box with a new breaker box. So.
Okay, and that was in the budget, I hope? Okay, good.
Yes. I got to put this back on now.
Okay.
Look at that.
So right now, we just lifted carpet in one of the bedrooms. We're kind of going off course here because I was curious to see what the hardwood would look like. And whew,
so this is 40 years of compression on a mat.
Correct.
On a carpet mat. This is what happens to your carpet mats after 40
so we
years.
literally just, we took a knife and just...
So you can see the beautiful hardwood underneath. It's just a question of, it's just a matter of getting all this stuff off the hardwood.
Right.
So that,
right, do we bring someone in and scrape it up before the floor guy comes?
yeah, we absolutely have to
prep
get it up
prep
before
it
the
for
floor
Danny.
guy, because otherwise it's just going to clog up his sandpaper and he won't be happy with us.
So how do you get this off? I mean, is there a method
Yeah,
for doing
this is what you do. You go like this. That's the first thing you do.
Yep.
All right.
And then you just get some laborers and they scrape the floors.
Is this wood?
Yes.
So wood? No, that's not. Is it?
Yeah. That's the top layer of the wood. That's probably the old poly.
Oh, the old poly came up. So it's actual, the wood's okay, hopefully.
Hopefully.
What do you think? What's your, is it
I think more than likely what happened is the old windows probably leaked in this entire area, and what you're seeing here is just whatever oils or coating they had on it. Again, nothing.
something we can get through, right?
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
we can refinish that probably,
Absolutely.
right?
This, once this gets sanded down, the only thing is, you know, you see the bowing here and the gaps. I don't know what the rest of the floor is going to look like. Typically, your windows are going to be your worst areas because that's where you have the most water leakage.
Right.
So if this is as bad as it gets, this is nothing to be concerned about.
So it's like really we have to make a decision: are we going to carpet or are we going to do the hardwoods? I like the idea of doing the hardwoods,
For
honestly,
sure.
but it's really going to depend on can we salvage them or not.
Right, and again, with a rehab, you have your budget, you have your plans, but things do change. You know, we have a budget. We have to stick as close as possible to that. We know where we want to dump a lot of money into this, you know, but this may be a call that happens once we figure out the costs that it takes to, and labor to
I mean, the
to
bottom
do
line,
this.
regardless, we have to pull the carpet up anyway, so
Right,
we'll
right.
know once that's done.
Okay,
So.
all right.